How's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys and gals. And today what I have for everyone is my full review of the Octo mount dual mount device holder. Now, maybe you're new to the channel or maybe you're returning, but typically how my review process goes is I shoot my unboxing and first impressions video, then I start my review process, and once I feel like I got a handle on everything I want to cover for you guys, then it's time for the full review. And I was particularly real excited about picking up this dual device holder for you guys. So without further ado, let's jump into this full review. Now I know you guys see a lot on the table, and I'm going to explain things as I go along. But jumping right in, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall build quality and design of the holder itself. Now in the unboxing, you guys saw, if you checked out that video, that this is actually the main part of the Octo mount dual device holder, and it actually comes with this mount, this holder grip, which screws in like so, and it comes with two of these device mounts here. And what's neat about these device mounts is you can mount it this direction, or you can mount it from the rear. So you can mount it like that, or you can mount it like this. Alright? And that actually allows you to have quite a lot of versatility with this dual device holder. But we're going to get into that in just a second here. But talking about the overall build quality and design of the holder itself, I have to say Octo mount did a great job here. There's no rattling or creaking of any kind, and although this holder has a bunch of different twisting portions that allow you to get many different angles, everything just works without issues, and I haven't had any issues when it comes to the build quality or the design with this dual mount holder here. So the build quality and design is top notch. Up next, I just want to go over some features of the mount, and then we're going to go over some functions and some of the stuff you could do with it. Then we're going to talk about compatible devices, and we're going to keep it moving. So let's go over some features of this mount here. So as I said, it came in the box with this holder. So you just screw on the holder like that. And it also came with two of these mounts here. So you just choose what position you want the mount to go on. So maybe you want it to mount like that, or maybe you want it to mount like this. Now I did a large majority of my shooting with it mounted like this. So all you really have to do at that point is line it up and screw the holders in. So give me a second, that's hard to do on camera, but that's how you would line it up. Let me just screw this in real quickly, and then we'll keep it moving. Alright? And it does take a little time to get the hang of, but once you got your setup down and you know what particular video or angle you're trying to get for a particular video, you can get it set up quite nicely. So this is just one of the ways that you can set it up, and then I can angle it down to get a particular angle. So I have it like that. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to get a down angle on whatever I was trying to film and maybe record my reaction. Then I'd take the other mount and mount it here in probably the forward facing position, or either the portrait style position, so you guys can see my reaction. And y'all will see a video up on the channel like that. If it's not already up already, you'll see an unboxing with my actual live reaction. Thought that was pretty nice. Also, you can change it so you have two portrait style phones, so you can do that. And this is also good if you want to do side by side camera comparisons, and I also have a video on that up on the channel if it's not up already, and that one took a very long time. So that's just a few of the functions that you can do and just a few of the features that you can do with this dual device holder or this dual mount holder here. But also, because it's a mount after all, you don't have to use the holder that comes in the package. Let's say you have like a mini tripod mount here, and I have a few of these, or you have a big tripod, which is what I'm using to record this video. You could just as easily swap it out like so, and then you're good to go. All right? And you don't have to, for instance, be stuck using the mounts that they gave you. Maybe you have a mount that you're comfortable with. As you can see, I have several. This is my Lamco mount. And then this is my Readycam camera mount here, as you can see there. So this holder is very, very versatile, and it really comes down to your imagination. Pretty much anything you can imagine, any angle or anything that you can imagine with this holder, you can create it, and you're not stuck to just what came in the package. The sky's the limit, so to speak. So that pretty much goes over the main functions and the main features of the holder. All right, so let me break this back down a little bit, make it easier to work with. And I'll actually have photos of the different styles in which you can use the holder at the end of the video. And as I said, I will have a few videos up showing you just a few of the ways that I use the holder. So in particular, I'll have an unboxing video up. It's probably going to be up way before I drop this full review to you guys. And I'll also have a side-by-side camera comparison video, and that will probably be up way before I drop this review for you guys as well. And man, that one took a good minute to edit, put together, and so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I know it's not the best, but I did the best that I can, so that's all that matters. And sometimes, as long as you put your best foot forward and you put in, the best you could do, then you should be happy with the results no matter what. So I hope you guys enjoyed those videos, and they'll probably be out now before I drop this video if they're not out already. So that pretty much goes over the features and functions of the stand, of the mount. Got some stands on the brain here. So now let's keep it moving. And conversely, because I went over the features and functions, that also went over the compatible devices. So as I said, this Octo mount is compatible with just about any tripod or any device mount. As long as you have the proper threading or mount holes for it, you should be good to go. So this guy is pretty much compatible with just about anything, which is really, really nice. Now, and I pretty much covered this next portion here, but let's just go over the usage scenarios again. So this allows you to cover many a different angle for whatever you're trying to shoot. Maybe you're trying to do side-by-side video comparisons between two phones like I did, or maybe you're trying to do side-by-side photo comparisons between two phones like I did. This dual Octo mount lets you do that, and it actually makes it really, really easy. So you can get a bunch of different angles, you can record a bunch of different videos, and you can take a bunch of different photos. Pretty much your imagination is the limit. Whatever you can imagine, you can probably do with this. Okay? So that pretty much goes over compatible devices and usage scenarios. Alright? Now just give me a second to sum up the positives and negatives of this mount, and then we'll keep it moving. We'll talk about the price, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. So let's start off with the positives. As I said, the overall build quality and design of this mount is extremely good. Okay, it actually has a bunch of different features and is compatible with a bunch of different devices. And pretty much as long as you know what you're trying to record or what angle you're trying to get, you should be able to get it with this mount. And as I said before, it's compatible with a bunch of different tripods. Just as long as you have the right mounting hole or mounting thread, you should be good to go. And what's also really nice is you don't have to buy your own device mounts because it comes with 2 device mounts. So pretty much you have pretty much everything you need aside from a tripod ready to go out of the box. So really solid positives there. And the price itself is something I consider a positive as well, but we're going to talk about the price in a little bit. Next, let's talk about the positives. Let's talk about the negatives, and there are a few. Number 1, I'm not a big fan of these spring-loaded device mounts, and these type of mounts shot away from me on more than one occasion. I'm not a big fan of these. And for those of you that know, maybe you're returning to the channel or maybe you're new, I am handicapped and things like this are extremely difficult for me to use. Putting these spring-loaded mounts on is just as hard for me as lining up a tempered glass screen protector with no guidelines. This is extremely hard to use, and that's why, at least for me, in my opinion, I have to call that a negative. So that's one negative there. Another negative of this Octo mount dual mount system and setup here is the actual tightening mechanisms for the mount itself. Now you twist here, and this lets you loosen and tighten and adjust the angles that you want. Now, and depending on the weight of your device, you're going to be doing a lot of this. Now, I actually found this very hard to set up initially, so maybe they can go with something a little bit easier. But then in retrospect, when I thought about it, pretty much if you want this type of functionality, this is just something you have to go with. I can't really think of any other mechanisms that would make this easier. But at least for me, again, in my opinion, this was a negative because I found it really hard to use and really hard to adjust. Now, once I got the hang of it, it got a little bit easier, but still, and I've been using this for a while, it's still pretty hard. So I have to put that into the negative category, at least for me. So these tightening and twisting knobs to adjust the angles, Octo mounts, you guys may want to work on that for the next one. Probably think of something easier, okay? I wish I had something that I could recommend you use, but at the end of the day, I'm a consumer and I'm just pointing out the positives and negatives of your product so you can make better products down the line. So these mechanisms, they were a negative for me. They might be okay for somebody else. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion. And yeah, that pretty much does it for the positives and negatives. And really, in my opinion, the positives of this mount or device holder or whatever you want to call it vastly outweigh the negatives. But there were some negatives in there that gave me a hard time. That's why I had to slot them into the negative category. Okay? Now, up next the next thing I want to do now is talk about the price and give you guys my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. Now, a little bit of backstory time, guys. I was actually perusing YouTube, checking out some videos, and I got a notification on my device from Easy Computer Solutions, and it popped up about this holder. And it was a video made by Tech Valor. Shout out to Tech Valor and Easy and the Easy Computer Solutions team. And after watching that video, I was like, first off, the production values on that video were awesome, okay? Got tons of information crammed up into a nice little package that was presented extremely well. Mad skills, Tech Valor. Really solid video. Big shout out. But after watching that video, I was like, wow, that would come in handy. And then I hit up the descriptions and went to Amazon, and I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. What? I picked this guy up from Amazon for only 16 bucks after taxes and shipping and handling. Keep in mind now, guys, that I am an Amazon Prime customer, so that means that I get free 2-day shipping on all Amazon eligible products. If you're not an Amazon Prime customer, you still have to factor in shipping and handling and taxes wherever applicable. But because I am, the only thing that I had to worry about at checkout was the taxes. And this guy came up to, again, $16 after taxes. I think it was $15.99. Just call it $16 after taxes. And you guys and gals are probably wondering, for that price, can I recommend that you pick up this dual Octo mount or system, because it comes with this whole load up here. So you can call it a system or you can call it a mount. Call it whatever you want, because you get this to keep that covered, and you get 2 of these. So you can pretty much call it a whole system, or you could just call it a mount. It's up to you. But can I recommend that you guys and gals pick up this mount? I'd have to say yes. If you're a YouTuber or a content creator like myself, then this is probably one of the best tools that you can have to expand your production arsenal. Or on the other end of the spectrum, maybe you're just a regular consumer who's looking for that tool to let you capture that perfect family moment, or capture that perfect photo of your kids. Or maybe you're going out on a trip and you want to take a lot of video and you don't want to have to keep whipping your phone in and out your pocket every 5 seconds. Maybe this rig is perfect for you, because then you can just set it up and have it ready to go and never miss that moment. Or maybe you just want multiple different angles of a certain moment. This is also good for that as well. So not only is this product good for content creators like myself, but it's also good for average consumers that are trying to never miss out on those moments and catch a moment perfectly for perfect posterity. So can I recommend this? Again, I'd have to say yes. Okay? So that pretty much does it for my full review of the Octo dual mount device holder. Again, if you guys and gals enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, form, or fashion, please help your boy out and give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you want to see more raw, uncut videos like this, or uncut content like this, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you get notified when I post new videos. As always, if this video piqued your interest and you're wondering where you can pick up this dual device holder for yourself, all links to where to purchase this Octo dual mount device holder will be linked down below in the video description. So if this video has piqued your interest, down below in the video description should be like a one-stop shop for you guys, and you should be good to go. Alright? Also, I'll throw in everything else that you saw in this video as well. So links to the Note 3 and the mounts, the device mounts. This one came with the Octo mount. Again, this is my Seacue mount, and this over here is my Readycam camera mount. So I'll put in links to all of this stuff down below in the video description as well. And I'll also be sure to throw in links to all the videos that I produced with this whole rig here. I've used all of these phones in one form or another to produce multiple different videos on the channel, and this rig has been getting a lot of usage since I picked it up. And that was one of the reasons why when I shot the unboxing, I didn't put any time frame on this full review. And also, I want to again send a big shout out to Tech Valor, because if I never came across that video, I probably would have never picked this up. So big shout out to Tech Valor. Keep the nice crispy videos coming. Really good stuff there. And again, big shout out to Easy from Easy Computer Solutions team. You guys are doing some great work over there, and you guys keep the content coming, and I'll keep watching. That being said, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys and gals in my next video. Peace, everybody.